Labyrinth 1986, and
Yeah, definitely.
1986, which is a 1986 musical fantasy film directed by Jim Henson, with George Lucas serving as executive producer, with starring Jennifer Connelly and David Bowie, and David Bowie's package. Um,
Oh my
the
goodness gracious, we got to talk about his package,
the
dude.
Bowie bulge. It was
And to add, written by Terry Jones, which I did not realize until getting ready for this episode, which
that
makes
does
so
make a
much
lot
sense.
of sense as far as like all the medieval jokes. It's definitely a movie that I want to take another look at, just because, like I said, there's a lot that I really like. I gave it 4 stars out of 5 on Letterboxd. There's a lot that I really liked about it. I was listening to a review, like a deep dive review of this movie, where they were talking about how the production of it was pretty rough because, like, Jim Henson wanted to make it way more of like specifically a character piece, and like wanted the movie to focus way more on developing the characters deeper, and then George Lucas kind of wanted to delve deeper into the weird shit. And I feel like you can kind of feel it being tugged either way, you know.
Which is actually a really good point that you bring that out because there's we talked about the characters and the performances, but you're right. It could, like, her character could have just been a little stronger. Like, obviously
Yeah.
there was that, like, the growth that she ends up facing, like, at the end of the movie, but she doesn't really. It's a pretty standard, like, oh yeah, I don't love my brother. Wait, I should probably love my brother, and you grow as a person kind of narrative. But there's a lot of room for it to breathe in there. Maybe that's a factor of the runtime too. Like, it's only a 90-minute movie, but and then even like in some scenes, like the fantastical element, it is there, but they could have gone so much weirder. I definitely could have felt like that too.
Yeah, it could have kind of gone in either way for me a bit more, and like part of it is like, and it's definitely a movie I want to revisit in the future, and we'll pull more from. It's very much a representation of kids who get lost in books and like lost in fantasy and like feel more comfortable kind of like living in these fake worlds than in like the real world, and like knowing that you have to go beyond them, but they're always going to be there if you need them.
Right.
Is like what the vibe was, and I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah, no, I like that. There is a little bit of a meta narrative to it. Just obviously opening up with her discontentment, with her being unhappy at home, and just showing all these things that are out of her control that she needs to hide away from, and then she goes through this adventure. But the adventure also shows those horrors, so it's not like she's completely running away from the horrors, but she's able to use it to kind of get herself out of it for a little bit.
Yeah, 100%. But yeah, no, it's a solid movie. It's a good lesson. Whether or not you believe that what happened is real feels like it's up to your interpretation. But yeah, definitely one I want to visit more.
The police are searching for James Thomas.